Welcome to Saturday Dawn Prayers, a virtual devotional meeting. Devotional meetings are occasions where any soul may enter, inhale the heavenly fragrances, experience the sweetness of prayer, meditate upon the creative word, be transported on the wings of the Spirit, and commune with the one beloved. I hope you enjoyed this week's program.
Hallelujah, Bahaula, Hallelujah, Totoza, Hallelujah, Bahaula, Hallelujah, Totoza, Alawapa, Bahaula, Alawapa, Totoza, Alawapa, Bahaula, Alawapa, Totoza, Ulula, Yamukoto, Wena, Ekriso, Umili, Wazazonke, Izipona Masasasa, Yembunulo, Yamukoto, Wena, Ekriso, Umili, Wazazonke, Izipona Masasasa. Hallelujah, Bahaula, Hallelujah, Totoza, Hallelujah, Bahaula, Hallelujah, Totoza, Alawapa, Bahaula, Alawapa, Totoza, Alawapa, Bahaula, Alawapa, Totoza, Ulungulu Ami, Florisa, Ikandala, Gomkele, Bubulungisa, Nesafu, Malayami, Gembunulo, Yogukoto, Wena, Ekriso, Umini, Wazazonke, Izipona Masasasa. Hallelujah, Bahaula, Hallelujah, Totoza, Hallelujah, Bahaula, Hallelujah, Totoza, Alawapa, Bahaula, Alawapa, Totoza, Alawapa, Bahaula, Alawapa, Totoza, Alawapa, Bahaula, Alawapa, Totoza.
O Lord, make this youth radiant, confer thy bounty upon this poor creature, bestow upon him knowledge, grant him added strength. At the break of every morning, guard within the shelter of thy protection, so that he may be free from error, may devote himself to the service of thy cause, may guide the wayward, lead the helpless, free the captives and awaken the heedless, that all may be blessed with thy remembrance and praise. Praise, thou art the mighty and the powerful, the powerful.
O wayfarer in the path of God, take thou thy portion of the ocean of his grace, and deprive not thyself of the things that lie hid in its depths. Be thou of them that have partaken of its treasures. A dewdrop out of this ocean would, if shed upon all that are in heaven and on the earth suffice to enrich them with the bounty of God, the Almighty, the All-Knowing, the All-Wise. With the hands of renunciation, draw forth from its life-giving waters, and sprinkle therewith all created things, that they may be cleansed from all man-made limitations, and may approach the mighty seat of God, this hallowed and resplendent spot. Baha'u'llah.
Berkat ke alai, engkau ke rumah, engkau ke tempat, engkau ke tempat, engkau ke negeri, engkau ke hati, engkau ke hati, engkau ke bukit, engkau ke penglindung, engkau ke penglindung, engkau ke kuat, engkau ke lebah, engkau ke lebah, engkau ke tanah, engkau ke tasik, engkau ke tasik, engkau ke pulau, engkau ke padang, dini nur nama petara disebut. Lalu puji ia, lalu puji ia, tik bermulia. Baha'u'llah, Baha'u'llah, ya Baha'u'llah, 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 ya Baha'u'llah. Engkau ke lebah, engkau ke lebah, engkau ke tanah, engkau ke tasik, engkau ke tasik, engkau ke pulau, engkau ke padang, dinding nur nama petara disebut. Lalu puji ia, lalu puji ia, tik bermulia. Lalu puji ia, lalu puji ia, tik bermulia. Lalu puji ia, lalu puji ia, tik bermulia.
God is sufficient unto me. He is His all sufficing. God is sufficient unto me. He is His all sufficing. Let the trust in trusting. Let the trust in trust. Let the trust in trust. Let the trust
sea. Even as the clouds of heaven shed ye light upon field and hill, upon field and hill. And like unto April winds, blow freshness through those human trees, and bring them to their blossoming, and bring them to their blossoming, and bring them to their blossoming, and bring them to their blossoming. Thus I exhort each of you to sacrifice all your thoughts, words, and actions, to bring the knowledge of the love of God into every heart, into every heart. Follow in the footsteps of Abdu'l-Baha, and in the pathway of the Abha beauty. Long at every moment to give up your lives. Shine out like the day star, be unresting as the sea. Even as the clouds of heaven shed ye light upon field and hill, upon field and hill. And like unto April winds, blow freshness through those human trees, and bring them to their blossoming, and bring them to their blossoming, and bring them to their blossoming, and bring them to their blossoming. Thus I exhort each of you to sacrifice all your thoughts, words, and actions, to bring the knowledge of the love of God into every heart, into every heart.
O befriended stranger, the candle of thine heart is lighted by the hands of my power. Quench it not with the contrary winds of self and passion. The healer of thine ills is remembrance of me. Forget it not. Make my love thy treasure, and cherish it even as thy very sight and life. Baha'u'llah.
والبهی لبها پروردگارا آمرزگارا چگونه زبان به ستایشت گشایم و پرستش و نیایش نمایم. تقریر این تقصیر است و تحریر دلیل نادانی در این امر اسیر. زبان آلتی است مرکب از عناصر، صوت و بیان عرضی است از عوارض. به آلت عنصری و صوت عارضی چگونه توان نعت و ستایش حضرت بیچون گفت؟ آنچه گویم و جویم از مدرکات عالم انسانی است و در تحت احاطه عالم بشری. نتایج فکریه چگونه به مورج الهی رسد و عنکبوت هم چگونه به لعاب ظنون و افهام بر رفرف تقدیس تند. جز بیان عجز چاره‌ای نه و به غیر از اعتراف به قصور بهانه‌ای نیست. تو غنی متعالی و مقدس از ادراک عقول اهل کمال. این
Split the atoms hard and low. Within thou wilt find a sun. Dost thou reckon thyself? Dost thou reckon thyself? Cleanse thou the room from out thine head, and breathe the breath of God instead. In thy soul of love, build thou a fire and burn all thoughts and words entire. Split the atoms hard and low. Within thou wilt find a sun. Dost thou reckon thyself? Dost thou reckon thyself? Cleanse thou the room from out thine head, and breathe the breath of God instead. In thy soul of love, build thou a fire and burn all thoughts and words entire. Split the atoms hard and low. Within thou wilt find the sun. Dost thou reckon thyself? Dost thou reckon thyself? Cleanse thou the room from out thine head, and breathe the breath of God instead. In thy soul of love, build thou a fire and burn all thoughts and words entire.
Thanks again for joining me for this week's program. As always, I'd like to thank Nason, Carmel, Mr. Roja, and Nami for sending in recordings for this week. This week's rendition of Blessed was performed by Fred and Monire. And lastly, I'd like to thank Baha'i Blog Studio Sessions for providing a venue for Baha'i artists to come together and record their craft. If you'd like to know more about the Baha'i perspective on how the betterment of the world can be accomplished, please send me a direct message or leave a comment below. Until next time, Have a blessed week.